Every year I make it a point to return to Portal for a quick playthrough, and usually follow it up with Portal 2 as a chaser. This year, however, after just finishing my finals for the semester, Nvidia had just released their enhanced version of Portal to showcase their new RTX Remix technology. Remix is Nvidia's new and shiny software promising to make graphical overhauls of games easier than ever. Portal RTX, however, has come out to less than stellar reception. However, this video isn't about Portal RTX's reputation, or will it be about Nvidia's greed in trying to take over the modding community in order to gain market share. This will be some impressions plus a bit of tinkering to show how to get a little bit more out of this. So where to begin? I guess I should reiterate, Portal is one of my favorite games and probably one of the best games ever made. It'll probably be held in a Hall of Fame one day in the future. Anyhow, I first experienced Portal and Portal 2 on the Xbox 360. Portal was a part of a little collection called the Orange Box, and that included a neat game called Team Fortress 2, and, well, this really strange game called Half-Life 2 that had some episodes or something. I don't know. It took a little longer for me to properly get interested in Half-Life. But anyway, that all came out back in 2007. Just to put it in perspective how long ago it's been. Back then, most TVs were huge square behemoths, and phones would flip out, or sometimes have trackballs. Today, your grandparents are on Facebook using their iPhone that have higher resolutions than your old CRT and an eighth the size. So I guess graphical overhauls to games that are high school age are to be expected. I guess I just never expected it to run worse than the original ever did on the Xbox 360. Hell, Cyberpunk 2077 runs with RTX on better than this enhancement does, showing to me that this is not a fidelity issue, but it's more of an implementation issue. For reference, my PC has an RTX 2080 Ti for my GPU, and I have an AMD Ryzen 9 5900X for my CPU, which should be more than enough to run Portal. But from the way Portal RTX runs it, it looks like my PC is a potato being cooked in the microwave. However, the cinematic 24 FPS is still somewhat playable, if not insulting, to players who've paid for the nice, shiny, high refresh rate monitors to go with their expensive GPUs. And once you've disabled the weirdly added motion blur that is on by default, you can go and play the game. You can also turn off the remixed assets, but if you do that, then you're left wondering, why the fuck did I waste my time downloading 30 gigabytes? Anyways, the added stuff is half the reason to play with RTX stuff on, so just leave it on, even if it's not a faithful Minecraft texture pack. As for the game itself, it's still Portal, and it's still a masterpiece with a dirty spray coat over it. Portal is honestly an interesting choice for a game to show off your advanced lighting and reflections technology, seeing as Portal has very static lighting. This is such the case that Nvidia had to add extra lighting that comes off the props of the game to have any dynamic lighting to show off at all. And as for reflections, there isn't any really shown off. It's a pretty damn shame too, since the source engine relies on fixed reflections depending on pre-rendered images embedded into the map. I know this because I used to make my own source maps back in the day. Not having shiny glass reflect Shell's face back at her in the intro feels like a missed opportunity. Regardless though, the game looks fine, if not a little unimpressive for the performance loss. Then what else is there to say? Well, I guess it's time to introduce some concepts. Firstly, Portal isn't the only source engine game on the block. In fact, there's a few popular ones you may have heard of, and you can even run some within the Portal engine. However, people have already shown this off, and I still find some things impressive, like the tram ride in Half-Life Source or Ravenholm in Half-Life 2. I tried to play with Episode 1 on and was less successful. Counter-Strike Source didn't even want to work with me, and, well, most things don't work. Half-Life 1 maps I did try my best for, but they're pretty likely to crash. Most Half-Life 2 maps were just lost causes, and, yeah. Furthermore, a lot of the work done in Portal doesn't really apply to Source games too well. Even the ones that did ran weird. For instance, maps with three-dimensional skyboxes, which are very common, don't agree with the remix treatment. And I think maps utilizing Source's terrain tools just don't like remixed enough to crash outright. This rules out a lot of maps, except, well, Portal ones. So, what can you do? Well, there's one thing I did notice worked. You see, back to the Xbox 360, there was a little thing on it called the Arcade, where only digital games would be released. A little known port of Portal was put on it with additional levels inspired by a fan flash game. It's a complicated history and you can look it up for more info, but long story short, some modders brought these levels back to PC, and these ones worked wonderfully with Portal RTX, mainly because there's still Portal maps just added on. And yeah, these levels are good. They'll definitely get your brain thinking. So if you want more Portal, just add some Portal mods to Portal RTX, Portal. And I mean, it does make the most sense. You have the remixed Portal assets, and you have a engine now designed to enhance Portal. It's not designed to enhance Half-Life, or else this would be Half-Life RTX. Anyways, I should stop rambling. If you want to get Still Alive, the link will be in the description. And as for Portal mods, I'm sure there are many that work with Portal RTX. I just can't test them all. I'm kind of busy with some other stuff, and releasing this video on time is, it's already late. Anyways, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed me rambling about a game that isn't Phasmophobia. Hopefully I'll see you again sometime soon. My regular scheduled content resumes after this. Peace.